For our experiment, we asked how does the pH of a soft drink change as it goes flat, our independent variable being time and our dependent variable being the pH. We chose 5 different sodas: Mountain Dew, Mug Root Beer, Big Red, Dr. Pepper, and Pepsi.
We began our procedure by obtaining 2 lab quests and attaching 3 pH probes to one and 2 pH probes to the other.
Then we set up the lab quests to record the pH of each type of soda every 25 minutes for 15 hours.
We then labeled each beaker and soda bottle 1 through 5 corresponding to their channels on the lab. We clamped all 5 pH probes and clamps using a ring stand so that they would be inside the 5 beakers without touching the bottom of the beaker.
Next, we measured out 100 milliliters of each soda using a graduated cylinder.
We then transferred 100 milliliters of each of the sodas to their corresponding beakers and began to record the data.
After 15 hours, we returned to the lab once the soda was flat.
We collected all the data points for the 5 different sodas over the past 15 hours and turned the data into a line graph. Our graph displays the change in the pH of the soda over the 15 hours. Some of the sodas maintained a fairly constant pH and some of the others had a pH that gradually increases or decreases. Mountain Dew started out with a pH of 3.55 and it fluctuated between 3.51 and 3.57 over the 15 hours and had an ending pH at 3.54. Pepsi started out with a pH of 5.39 and it fluctuated between 4.99 and 5.11 throughout the 15 hours, ending at a pH of 5.09. The root beer started out with a pH of 4.25 and it fluctuated between 3.45 and 4.25, ending at a pH of 3.47. Big Red started out with a pH of 3.27 and it fluctuated between 3.11 and 3.49 over the 15 hours, ending at a pH of 3.39. Lastly, Dr. Pepper started out with a pH of 2.79 and it fluctuated between 2.69 and 2.84 throughout the 15 hours, ending at a pH of 2.76 at the end of the 15 hours. The Pepsi's pH decreased by 0.3 over the 15 hours. Dr. Pepper's pH decreased by 0.02 over the 15 hours. Big Red's pH increased by 0.12 over the 15 hours. The root beer's pH decreased by 0.78 over the 15 hours. Lastly, the Mountain Dew's pH decreased by 0.01 at the end of the 15 hours.
According to other studies, the pH of soda should increase, becoming less acidic due to the carbon dioxide leaving. In our experiment, only one soda, the Big Red, had a pH that increased.
The pH of Mountain Dew, Pepsi, and Dr. Pepper generally kept steady all throughout the 15 hours of data collection. Root beer pH was the only soda during the experiment that significantly decreased.